Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Invisible Ink. Let's go ahead and continue here.
Pattern analysis inconclusive. Please supply additional information and retry.
Damn it, we're running blind out here. I spent years building up our central network. We'd know exactly where to strike if we had that kind of access.
Power reserves critical. Entering standby mode.
Carry on, operator. We'll figure something out.
So, our computer's running out of power, and that's sort of like the motivating thing for us to keep running around doing stuff. Boy, everything is so far away! This stinks! That's sort of an argument for heading up here to the executive terminals. It would unlock more missions. But no matter which of these we take, it's going to become day 2, and that'll unlock a number of additional missions. So we don't necessarily need to do that. We would get a lot of choices, but I think I'd rather just hit up this Chief Financial Suite and hopefully find some vault soon. A bunch of money to upgrade our agents would be real nice. Speaking of, let's upgrade our agents, including selling off this chargeback.
Being glad so go way back. Much appreciated. Good gear is so hard to come by these days.
So I think it is critical that we give Tony a little bit of speed. He's just such a slowpoke. It'd be nice to give him Anarchy as well, so that we don't have to rely on Decker to steal from everyone, but that might not be our top priority. Can we maybe squeeze in Anarchy here, Strength here, and then give somebody some speed as well? We can do that. That seems pretty good. Not sure which one of them I want to have the speed, honestly. I guess we'll give it to Decker. Sure. 20 credits should be plenty.
There's a highly placed exec.
And I'm hoping that this... The first 2 missions took a little bit longer than I thought. They were longer episodes than I would have liked to upload. And if I'd been paying attention to a timer, I probably would have split the second one in half or something. I don't remember the beginning missions of an Invisible Ink campaign taking so long, but maybe I've just become a more cautious player. I don't know. Or maybe I'm... maybe this is a particularly hard team to go with. It doesn't seem like it. These seem like pretty strong agents to me. Anyone in there? No. Also, having chosen Sankaku is nice because I feel like with Tony having his EMP and a Buster chip on Decker, we're pretty well situated to deal with drones. And less well situated, perhaps, to deal with actual guards. Do I feel comfortable opening this door to get a better peek with Decker? I don't think so. I think we just want everyone on ambush. There's probably no one looking at the door, but if there is, and I tried to open it, I would be kind of sad. Okay, didn't hear anyone. I did hear, though, like a... I don't know. That sounded like... What do you call those things? The security laser beam things? The laser grids that sort of block off a passageway? It sounded like one of those turning back on. So maybe there was a guard down here standing in a laser grid. Should I peek? There could be a camera right there. I think I will. No camera. Okay. We'll send Decker with his Buster chip over to the shop. Obviously, we can't afford to buy anything right now. So I was thinking of doing this just so that I know whether we need to come back to the shop. But maybe we can't afford to spend a Buster chip and a bunch of Decker's turns on that. I think I will do that, though. I'll also get to check out what demon is on it, which is nice. I can maybe choose not to hack it after all. Where is it? Scan. Siphon. Alright, so if we can find a way to use our power productively, then maybe we can take that later. Boy, Tony does not have a lot of movement. But alright, we've got this. We've got this. Ugh. I don't really want to lose all my power to this siphon. I'm probably, like, I think I would rather just choose not to buy anything from the shop this mission, rather than spending my Buster Chip and all my power. I guess I could just spend my power, right? Like, that's... I don't need to use the Buster Chip, because I can always spend power to take this over if I want it. The main thing is that we, like, lose the ability to know ahead of time whether it's worth coming back here. Okay. Yeah, so there is a guard who, like, passes through this stuff, I guess. Let's see what's going on in here. Now that I wouldn't mind using a Buster Chip on. I could Buster Chip this demon database, but I don't see much reason to. So my plan is to put Decker here and then here. That'll get the guard to come to somewhere relatively harmless. But I want to peek first. Actually, I don't need to, because if there's a camera here, it won't see me because of the console, so that's nice. Alright, none of us have any hacking power, right? Right, so we'll just grab this console now. Yeah, we'll just sneak by this guy. And what's for sale? Of course, we can't buy any of it now. Neither of those are terribly good. Nothing else to worry about in this room. So let's head down here. Sure. It could be right to go here and hope to get... In fact, since this is Sankaku and there are very few human guards, every human guard we see is quite likely to be holding a security pass card. So there's some argument for heading over to these two doors rather than to this one. However, I think it's reasonable to let Decker, if he does succeed in stealing from a pass card from this guy, let Decker come down here instead. And then just send Tony over to this door. But I will put him here rather than here. A, that lets him peek this turn. B, it means if he needs to go this way instead of this way for some reason next turn, it'll be more convenient for him to do that. Also, we can steal from this guard now. I forgot about that. And there is a pass card indeed. Okay. Well, that's quite handy. Might as well take out his heart monitor in case we need to knock him out later. So I guess I'll leave Tony here. And we'll check these doors out next turn and send Decker this way, maybe. Anything I want to be hacking at the moment? Not really.
Alright, we're having a look. I must just be jumpy today.
You see how much easier it is to have just a little bit of anarchy to, like, steal from guards instead of having to knock them out to get their stuff? Oh, I guess I should... well, I was going to say I should peek before opening them. But, I don't mind opening these now, and then, if something sees me, deal with that problem then. Not sees me, but if something notices me opening the door. Okay, he can't quite get here. He could if he sprinted. But there's not much reason to do that. The only thing in this room is stuff that we want to hack. And I could just hack it with my actual tools instead of with Tony's kit. So let's peek. Here's something Tony actually wants to grab. We'll just leave this room alone, hack this, and let Decker get going through there, I think. Let's investigate this guy to find out his actual path. Okay, he stops right there. So we may, in fact, not even need to hack this. We may be able to sneak by it while this guy is holding the door open for us, so to speak. If we, like, say, leave Decker right here. But we could... That would waste several movement points. We could get in here this turn. and make more progress that way if we hack this thing. And we can even have Tony check like just how good a room is this. I'm not very comfortable with opening the door because if something sees me, I don't have a good escape route, so I'll just peek. Nothing there. Okay, good. So that means let's have Decker run in. And there's a couple spaces where there could have been a camera that, like here and here, right? I guess I should just open this door and check. No cameras. Very good. So that means we can put Decker like here, maybe? I'm a little worried if I open this door that some drone somewhere will sneak out and see me. So I'm going to go here first to let me open the door. Peek. Yes, it is safe. And end my turn basically wherever I like in this room, except not here, of course. I guess I would like to grab this power, then come up here to end my turn, and then either go this way or this way, depending on how things turn out. Already, though, this mission feels like it's going so much better than the previous ones did. Maybe that'll change, but for now it's feeling pretty good. And we know that there's nothing moving around in here. We would have heard it last turn, so I'm going to just end Tony's turn right here, out in the open. Nothing important to hack at the moment, so let's just float it. I suppose we could choose to have Tony come over here and grab this safe, rather than Decker. If we could arrange to swap these two. And we could arrange it, like, this is a space that is safe, right? Tony could come here, grab the safe, and go here. But we're not so low on power that I want to spend AP to save that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to come in here. This is a null drone already. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Excuse my sniffles. Interesting. So obviously we can't hack these because of the null drone. We can, however, comfortably enough EMP the null drone with Tony's tools. He won't really appreciate that. We could hack him, but it's like a ton of power to do that. On the other hand, if we do, we'll save a lot of turns, I think. Is there a camera in this room as well? There is. Ugh. So it would cost us like 8 power to get in right now. 2 of them we're spending anyway to hack the camera, which we need to do regardless. So it's a question of whether we can afford the 6 power to take the null drone versus EMPing it. And I think we can. Let's go ahead and take the null drone now. That's rude. Yikes. Very, very inconvenient. I should definitely, if I had been thinking, have hacked the camera first, I suppose. That's something I need to get better at, is playing around demons when I'm activating them. Thinking about what demons would be a real problem for me and how to do something about them. That's not always the same as activate demons last. Sometimes you might activate a demon first so that you know what it is and you can play around it accordingly. But here, if it were like modulate or Rubik's or Paradox, there's a whole number of things it could have been where it would be better for me to hack the camera first. And I can't really think of very many where I would prefer to hack the camera last. I just kind of wanted to hack this guy so that Decker could observe the drone to see where that's going. Well, okay, I guess we're gonna... Because I wanted to know if Tony could afford to end his turn in here without spending one of his move points. So I hacked the drone so that Decker would have sight. But that was rather short-sighted when you consider what these things could be. So this leaves us in the awkward position that Tony can't get to these safes. Decker could cloak and get in here, but he couldn't really accomplish anything. So I guess we're just gonna like sort of head through this room and yeah, no cameras that are problematic. Oops, didn't mean to go there, meant to go here. It's several turns till we have a Buster chip available, so I'm not gonna be able to use that. Okay, more spooky drones. Not looking at the door at the moment. Come on, click. Oh, he doesn't have an AP left. I thought he had AP left. So, what do we do with Tony now? Wait here? I guess so. It's going to be 2 turns so we can hack the camera. By which time the null drone will be on its way back up. So we're going to have to sort of dart into the room, grab a safe, and then dart back out. Which I suppose is something we can do, but ugh. Okay, I guess we're all set with this turn then. Not happy with that. I wonder if it's worth letting ourselves be spotted to save a turn. Spotted by the camera. If we were to go here, no, that would be bad. This guard would come get us, and we couldn't really get away from him very easily. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, just worth thinking about though.
Alarm level 1. Additional cameras activated.
Okay, so this guard came down here. I guess I should have known that his patrol path was disrupted by being by noticing us up here, and that he would continue going forward. Okay. So this guy appears to be stationary, and then there's a drone patrolling from here to about here. Drones have 6 moves, so that would be to here. There could be a camera right here, so I should peek. Yeah, there is one. Okay, well, that's exciting. We're gonna have to just wait, I guess. Can he see me from here? He can't. So we'll just wait by the door then. Shut it, obviously, but... Yeah, maybe what we'll do is hack the camera, hack the harder to get into safe, and use Tony's tools on the other one, and then get out. So we only have to be in here once. Yeah, that seems fine. Decker, does he have a Buster chip ready yet? No, he doesn't. Yeah, just double checking, this guy will not see me. They have 45-degree vision cones. You can sort of trace it out diagonally. He could see things in either of these spaces, but not this one. And actually, I'm not sure he could even see this space because there's a wall in the way, but I think he could. Okay, off we go. What? Oh, there's a camera in that room.
What was that?
I forgot that they turned on that camera. That's exciting. Boy, look at all these devices to hack. This is Sankaku. What if we had Data Blast? Wouldn't that be nice? Now, incredibly, I think, we can maybe get out of this without doing anything too bad. We just got to spend 1 on hacking this guy. Another, we EMP this guy now. And then we could KO this guard, but we don't have to. Actually, we could also, if we KO this guy, then if we EMP the drone, there's a couple bad things that'll happen as a result of that. 1, we won't be able to EMP anything in here. 2, the guard will become alerted because he'll see this, right? So what we could do instead is hack it, just to move it out of the way. We're sort of running short on hacking power at the moment, right? We want to spend 2, 4, 6, but that's okay. We can afford all that. We can't exactly move here, can we? Yeah, we can. He's just the guard would just notice this space, right? He's not looking directly at it. So if we get this drone out of the way, we should be all right. See? No, wrong? Why is this wrong? Why does it say this square is watched? By whom? Oh, by this camera. Sure. Oh, we needed to get that too. That was on our list. And now, this is just noticed. We can scout with the camera drone if we like, but there's really no place left to scout that we could get to. Just all the stuff back here that Decker's on his way to. We could come down here, I suppose, to confirm what this guy's going to be up to. Oh, you know what we should have done is used this guy to close the door. It doesn't matter. We don't care if this guy comes in, right?
Did you see that?
Hack this one. Use our EMP on this one. And get out. Just made it. We're going to have to do something about this. But that's cheap enough to hack here next turn if that's what we decide to do. Or maybe just chill out here for a while, wait for the danger in this area to pass, who knows. Meanwhile, we spend like the last of our power on this. And we can get Decker in. What's Decker going to do? Well, not exactly clear on that, but he can start scouting. We'd like to get out here, but with this drone, like, I don't see how that's ever going to happen, actually. Oh, invisibility, yeah. I'd also like to use a Buster Chip on this, and we will have a Buster Chip available next turn. But Tony's going to have to come through here eventually, so that's not really much of a priority. Whereas getting Decker through to here, to where the financial executive is, that is a big priority. So let's forget about this safe completely for now. And come up here instead. We could actually stand even here. Right? Because this guy just goes straight into this area. And just end your turn peeking, I guess. Next turn we'll cloak through. Cloak through and like hack this so that Dr. Shu can get out. We could also just take the demon, but I think it's better to spend 2 power than to activate an unknown demon. Also, it's possible that he can somehow EMP this laser field himself. I don't think so, because none of the, like, this is not a physical targetable device. If he could stand here, he could maybe deactivate it, but you can't do that without triggering it, so what's the point? No one has any spare moves, so we can't calculate what this guy's doing, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, and as predicted, it does just go six squares
Now we
straight.
can't see anything.
Yeah, this guy is now all set to start actually doing stuff. But it's time to send Decker. Is it worth taking a detour to pick up this 1 power? Slowing Decker down a bit? I think it probably is. Slowing him down by like half a move, basically, making him go here and then here, rather than just going this way. Yeah, it seems fine. We should be safe to stand on like any of these squares, basically. The drone won't see those. We have a Buster chip available. Could hack the drone if that were important, but I think it's not. So let's just cloak through here. Lasts 1 whole turn. Okay. You know what? Again, eventually Tony's going to get here. He can pick this up. Can he? Yeah. As I recall, this square is safe-ish. No. We're seeing right now exactly the drone's line of sight, and it extends out to here. So if we want to get it easily, it would have to be now. But I think I'd rather... I'm not going to need the half move points. I want to end here. So I'll grab this. And I could also end here. I guess here is better, unless I for some reason don't trust myself on the drone's line of sight. But I do, and also I'll be invisible anyway, so who cares?
The executive has been located.
Okay.
Disable him and get his cerebral implant ready for the interrogation.
So there's the executive. And now, if I want, I do have the choice of opening this door to get his attention. What would he do if I did that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.5. He would be here. That seems like a pretty good deal to me. Actually, he's going to be a little hard to sneak up on, isn't he? If he's here. 1, 2... Huh. 3, 6... I'd rather have him notice me next turn than this turn, so I won't open the thing. Plus, who knows? There could be another guard staring at the room, and that would be somewhat inconvenient. Meanwhile, we still need to get Tony over here, and so that is why we are going to spend our power on this. Perfect. He can end his turn right here. And this guard, I don't know exactly where he's going to go. I guess Decker can find out, right? It doesn't matter. We can't do anything about where he ends up. Is there anything I can do with this movement point usefully? Don't care what this guy does. Know what this guy's doing. I guess I'll check him. He should be stationary though, right? Yeah, this is clearly stationary. There's no moving patrol that ends him here looking this way, so he's clearly stationary. All right, let's check out this guy. Yep, as predicted, nothing interesting. Fine. Oh, let's grab the loot, huh? Next turn, Tony can start worming his way into this room and grab this safe. Firewalls are about to go up, but there's nothing I can hack, so who cares? Nothing I can do about it. Okay, so now we can open this door. And only the executive saw, which means it's perfectly safe to come in here and see what's going on. And I predicted he would end up here, right? Which which means this is a good spot to ambush him. Yeah. Well, we could peek him just in case, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5. Yeah. So here is not necessarily safe because he might choose to walk here, and then he would see us. But here is safe because there's no place he could see us from that's on his on the path to getting to us. So we'll just walk here. Let's do it 1 square at a time just to be extra super safe. Here, here, and ambush him. We can just come into this room now. We'll even be able to steal from this this drone because we can sneak up behind him. Not this turn, of course, but soon. We could EMP him as well if we wanted, but that doesn't seem like a very good idea necessarily. He would wake up and be angry, and there's no compelling reason to do that. How many safes are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th safe. That's the shop. This is the objective. This is the exit. What's in this room? Probably an empty room. Have we seen all the guard spawners? 1, 2. Yeah, we have. So probably an empty room. Perhaps a server terminal. Nothing crucial to get into, but it could be nice. Or did we already? No, we hit a server terminal already, too. There just simply cannot be anything good up there. Right? So let's not go there. There could be a side mission of some kind. We would have seen... If it were a compile room, we would have already seen the technician. It could be one of those drone escort missions, but I don't like those very much, and I wouldn't do it. What other side missions are there? I can't remember. Nothing that's really worth going in here for. Okay. So all we have to do is just manage this executive, and we'll be basically done. Nice, much easier than the previous missions have been. Just getting that little bit of upgrades to your agents helps so much. And everyone should be done.
We're digging into his cerebral implant now, but it'll take a few minutes. Stay close to the target so I can keep the scan running.
Okay, now we could get to here and steal from this guy. We would have 2 moves left, which is just enough to get here, so I'll take it. These guys always, drones always have power, and the large drones like this sometimes have a chip of some sort. So that would be nice. I'll leave the security pass card on the floor here so we don't get encumbered in case there is an item. I don't think enemies get surprised when they see a pass card, but just in case, I'm leaving it behind cover. And indeed, he does have a Buster Chip one, so that's nice. Decker can grab this guy's money and start dragging him to wherever it would be convenient for... Because, eventually, after like 2 or 3 turns of this, they send in a new guard, right? So we want to be somewhere where it'll be convenient to have the guard head. Usually, I try to keep him like in the far back of the room in cover. Sprinting ought to be okay, even though we are in Sankaku. I don't see any... Those pop-ups are a little delayed, aren't they? Look at that. It just queues them all up. It doesn't do them up. Funny. All right. I haven't heard any... I don't see any sound bugs, but you never know. There could be one right here. And we don't need to ruin this perfect mission just to get, 1 extra movement point. Arguably, should have used the Buster Chip just then on this guy so that if we need to, we can hack him more easily. In fact, not just arguably, I think that was the right play, and I made a slight mistake by not doing it. Oh well. Another mistake is I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1.5, 3.5. So I cost myself a move point, but nothing I could have done with that move point, so it turns out not to matter. That null drone is the main issue. I should keep an eye on his firewalls. He's really the only thing that can cause us any trouble. That's not true. There's going to be another guard showing up eventually, right? Alright, we'll head up here. I actually don't need to keep him pinned this whole time. I could maybe have saved an action point to peek through this wall just now, but it's not a big deal. So let's step down here to apply that buster chip like I was saying. Just to make it easier to grab him if we need him later. Maybe I should stand here, actually, so that in an emergency I can just EMP him and without having to spend a movement point. I don't see any emergencies coming up. We seem to have the level well under control. This drone is here-ish. If he moves somewhere worse, we'll get notice of it from the camera, I suppose. Oh, the camera drone as well, I forgot. It's okay, so we have two enemy drones who are going to cause a bit of a problem. Ah, consoles. Okay, well, that's fine. We can bring this guy in here. This is a nice and tucked away location. And we can just leave him up here. And grab some power while we're at it. Again, I don't foresee needing that power for much, but I mean, I don't know, yeah. Should be fine, actually. My escape plan is to just EMP this guy, sprint for the exit on the same turn that Decker's ready to leave, which should be not too long after we're done with that guy. The new guards who get spawned in here, they'll have several turns. They could perhaps become awkward, but Tony has a good view of this area, and he'll know if they're heading up here, and we can plan around them accordingly. So I think that that's all we need to do this turn. And we should get the Enforcer this turn as well. Yeah.
Damn it, he got his signal out. Expect more company soon.
But I guess now we know we can sprint, for what that's worth. Just drop this guy. Pick him back up. And head out here. And we'll just drag him into some cover back here or something. Even here would be best if we could get there in time. Because it's out of the way of the guy who's going to be charging up here. Yeah, sounds good. Ooh, drones are getting uncomfortably close. One of them is, anyway.
Incognito is in. We've broken him down now. Almost there, operator.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about... Was the drone here, or did he come into this room? I'm not sure. But... yeah. We'll be able to dodge them, whether that means hacking them or whatever. Should be fine. We could even delay the human guards if we wanted by pinging down here. I think that's a worthwhile investment, provided we can do so without notifying the sound bugs, and it looks like we can. Just send them both down here. That stalls them for like a turn and a half, basically. And means we can afford to spend all of our resources on any drones who arrive. I don't know, let's ambush. That's silly. We're never going to be able to damage a drone that way, so what's the point, right? Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I think he was up here, the drone.
Data's starting to come in now.
If he were coming this way, I think he would have gotten here by now. No sound bugs in the area. Yeah, okay. But I guess we don't need to sprint anymore anyway. We can just end here. We even have space to carry the vault card. How nice. And we're just about ready with the Buster Chip next turn, although we shouldn't need it. We can just EMP this guy instead. Yeah, the drones who are coming won't be able to do any damage to us now, even if they get here. All they could do is alert the other drones. They can't shoot me themselves.
We've got the vault passcodes. I've ejected a mem chip from his port. Grab it and get the hell out of there.
So I could Buster Chip this guy, but there's no real need to. Instead, I'll just EMP him to take him out. And Decker can even steal from this guy in case he should be carrying a chip. That guy's real sad. We can even hack him. There you go. How would you like to be our friend? Okay, well that mission went pretty well, I would say. Easy steal from all the guards. Had a bit of a pickle down here with the null drone noticing us, but... Oh, actually it was more with the camera noticing us. I forgot that a camera had turned on and that I needed to do something about that. Fortunately, the guards sent to investigate didn't have quite enough AP to look at us, so we got away with it. Okay, well, out we go.
That card opens up all sorts of interesting possibilities. Let's not let it go to waste.
And the episode was finished in a reasonable length of time, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, it's claiming we didn't hack the safes, but we did, of course. We didn't, in fact, get to the nanofab. That is true. Microslam gave us another 280, I think, so... Looks like that's the most you can get. Explore 100% of the map, you get 280 bucks, apparently, for whatever reason. Okay, well, that's one more mission safely behind us. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.